everyone, and welcome back to yet another Friday edition of the 5-Star News. I'm Isaac Delk.
And I'm Kieran Freed. And Isaac, how have you been handling this heat wave here in Ringgold the past few days?
I've been trying to drink a lot of water and staying inside. How about you?
Pretty much the same, man. But enough about the weather for now. Let's get this show started with our news announcements. We call it What's Up Heritage.
Roll it.
Welcome back to What's Up Heritage. Now let's get on to your Friday announcements. Our Heritage football team is at home tonight against East Hamilton. Kickoff is at 7:30, so be sure to come out and support your Generals. More on this is coming soon, so stay tuned. Also, if you're behind in your classes, win time is always available. It takes place during the first half of lunch and gives students who are behind time to catch up. And if you're struggling in math, Mrs. Thatcher and Mrs. Wolf can help. Morning math tutoring is available from Tuesdays through Thursdays from 7:15 to 7:45 a.m. in the Media Center. Now let's get on to the weather with our weatherman, Brody Morrison.
Thanks, Kieran. And now, let's get on to your weekend weather forecast. For Friday, we'll have sunny skies with a high of 98 and a low of 73. For Saturday, we'll have mostly sunny skies with a high of 95 and a low of 71. For Sunday, we'll have scattered thunderstorms with a high of 88 and a low of 68. And for Monday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with a high of 85 and a low of 67. Now, let's get back to our anchors for more news.
Thanks for that report, guys, and thankfully we get some cooler temperatures coming later this week.
To the news now, and most of you students have probably noticed a rather different voice coming to you every morning for your school morning announcements.
Well, I can definitely say they ain't no Jed Johnson, but we do have some old people coming back as well as a couple new people for the news announcements.
Good morning, Generals. Can I have your attention, please, for morning?
Yeah, we do have a new announcement team. This year, Kayla has returned, and we've also added Lorelai and Kaylee. So all-girls team, maybe our first all-girls team since Heritage High School opened.
It's been a lot of fun working with Kayla, Kaylee, and Mr. Bradford, just hanging out in the mornings and getting to announce all the fun clubs and events at Heritage. Just getting to come in the mornings and have a positive, environment with them and have fun.
It's great. I love it. It's so fun. Gets a little family in the mornings. Just coming in the mornings and seeing everybody's face, being happy.
It's really fun. Gives me a great start to our morning.
If you're interested in playing girls tennis, there's an informational meeting this Thursday, first after lunch in Miss Hobbs.
Keep on going, girls. You guys sound amazing.
Now to a pretty unique field trip for students in our Here to Career classes yesterday.
That's right, Kieran. Students from Mrs. Godfrey, Mr. Kraft, and Mr. Carter's teachers got out of the classroom yesterday for a field trip that didn't leave the building.
Well, then that doesn't sound like that good of a field trip.
Well, wait just a second. Don't make an assumption just yet.
Okay, then tell me what it was about.
Well, these students had the opportunity to go on a tour of all the HHS career tech classes.
Oh, okay. That's not too bad then.
Well, what do you think they got out of this trip?
Hopefully a ton of insight about what our CTAE classes are all about. But let's find out more about this report from Nolan Kaler, Skylar Grant, and Ethan Booth.
Well, the tours for Here to Career classes, and they go around to all the CTAE classes to find out what are offered so that when it comes time to register for classes for next year, they know what's available to them. It helps them to decide with their career. They may be interested in healthcare or broadcasting like this class is. And so it's really a great opportunity for the kids to find out what's available to them in the school and prepare for their future.
I'm Logan Beasley, and today I'm here with
Aubrey Boyd.
All right, and they're doing the CTAE thing where they go around and look at different careers. How do you feel about doing this?
I feel pretty good. One of my classes that I actually like is graphic designing. The teacher's really nice, and I just really like her classroom, so it's pretty good.
So you think that this is helping you find a class you might want to take?
Some of it, but I feel like if I go to see more classes, then maybe one of them will be my, option.
Yeah, that's good. How do you feel about the CTAE thing?
I think it has a lot of good opportunities for people who are trying to figure out their career. I'm not one of them because I don't really see anything that I would be interested in, but these doing this kind of does limit show me my options in the world and yeah.
Good stuff indeed, guys.
Time for a quick commercial break now, Isaac.
Yep, but hang with us after the break, because sports and entertainment are still to come.
Hey Generals, one simple question for you today. Are you ready for some high school football? Well, actually, I know the answer to that. Yeah, you are. And the wait is finally over. Our Generals are at home tonight against East Hamilton. If you can't make it to the game in person, fear not. You can still watch the game thanks to HHS Broadcasting and the NFHS Network. All you have to do is go to the NFHS Network website, create an account for $9.99 a month, and you'll catch all the action right from your own living room. It's live action at your fingertips thanks to HHS Broadcasting. For more information, see Coach Green and sign up today.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Evan.
And this is Sports.
Plug. 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 Plug.
Yo, what's good, Generals, and welcome into a Friday edition of General Sports. I'm Bryce Quells.
And I'm Skylar Grant. And we have 3 stories lined up and ready to go for you today. We'll start you off with football.
We sure will. And after that loss in our home opener to Ringgold last week, our Generals are eager to be back on that field and get that bad taste out of their mouth.
This week's opponent comes from across the state lines of Tennessee, the East Hamilton Hurricanes.
Yep, the Canes won their home opener last week over Hickson, so our boys better be ready to go tonight at Jeff Sims Field.
To get a little more info on the game, we sent out sports reporter extraordinaire Charles Williams for a preview.
All right, guys. This Friday night's a very important game for us. Obviously, we had a disappointing showing game 1, but our kids are very resilient, and they have responded well at practice this week. We've battled heat adversity, with the wet bulb reading being so high that we can't wear pads a lot of days, and so we decided to go Wednesday morning at 6 a.m., and I'm going to tell you what, our kids' response to that was unbelievable. We had a great attitude at practice. It was energetic, it was exciting, it was fun, and well executed. So I believe that we have bounced back mentally from the week 1 setback and looking forward to getting it on the field this Friday night. We're looking forward to playing a very fast, a very physical style of football, and looking forward to East Ham coming in. Preview of them, they're a pretty good football team. They have some excellent individual players, and they have solid schemes. You can tell they're well coached. So it's going to be a very good test for us moving forward into the rest of the season. And we're really looking forward to taking the grass again this Friday night. Hope to see everybody out. Taj Nation show up in force, and let's make this a big, exciting atmosphere to play in every Friday night.
I'm here with Knowledge Barnes today. Knowledge, how is Heritage going to bounce back this Friday at East Hamilton?
This Friday, finna come out and do our thing. We don't let failures, hold us back. We let it push us forward and everything. So, finna just turn out this Friday.
All right, and how are you individually as a player going to do better this Friday against East Hamilton?
Better as a player this Friday, I'm going to be more encouraging, and communicating more with my teammates, and just make sure I'm there for them, like when they come in and off the sidelines or whatever, just encouraging them or whatever.
Thank you. I'm here with Miles Clark today. Miles, how is the Heritage Generals going to bounce back at East Hamilton this Friday?
Well, I think we definitely underestimated our opponent last week, and we would have definitely liked to come out with a win against them. But after we know how it feels to lose, and we're at rock bottom, it's only up from here. And we're all coming together. We're gonna have a great game against East Hamilton, and we're just ready to bounce back and get a good season started. So,
of course. And what are you personally going to be looking forward to doing this Friday? Doing something different to enhance the team's workflow and everything like that?
Well, the best thing that I can do as a center is just give Brady as much time as possible to throw. Definitely, make sure we have a good run game with the offensive line. Give Braden B. Slaughter some room to run. And I think if we can do that, we should have a good day on offense. Should have a win on Friday, for sure.
Thank you. So I'm here with Noah the Boa. Noah, what is Heritage going to do to bounce back this Friday at East Hamilton?
So we've been working on our mental strength. We feel as if that last game, we just didn't have enough mental strength. We got in our own heads, put the game way too big out of perspective, and forgot who we were. So we're just going to be, that much more better on Friday. We're going to know who we are. We're going to play way better than we were.
And how are you personally going to come into this Friday night game to, help yourself, help your strategy? What are you going to do for yourself to win this game at East Hamilton on Friday?
So me and a couple of the guys, leadership guys, have been running after practice because we've noticed me personally too, our own conditioning is kind of bad. So we've been working on our conditioning. So we're going to play as fast as we were the first half as we are the second half. And that'll be it.
Thank you.
Good luck tonight, guys. We all know the Taj will be rocking come game time.
To softball now, and region play started earlier this week for Coach Crawford and our softball ladies.
And things started off with a bang as our Generals took a strong team from Central Carrollton Tuesday night.
Could the girls go 1-0 in region play? Here's 5-star sports reporter Owen Bryant with the recap Generals' big 3-0 win.
We got a region win against Central. Is a good way to open up region play. We won 3-0. Addie Edwards pitched a great game.
Addie Edwards had a good game, and we had some good key hits. We've been struggling with base running lately, but our last game we've done a lot better than we've been doing.
And Macy Collins had an RBI last night, and Ella Blansett had 2 RBIs last night. It was a great team win, and we're looking forward to moving on in region play the rest of the season and taking care of business.
It feels good to get off to a good region start. Central's always our biggest competition, and I'm just glad that we scored first. Addie pitched really well. Our defense was great, but our hitting could always be better, but there's plenty of time for improvements, and I just hope that we keep this up throughout all of region.
Congrats, ladies, on that win. Into volleyball now, and Coach Cooper's ladies dipped into region play as well Tuesday night with a matchup with Sonoraville.
Yep, and they also took on Christian Heritage in that tri match as well.
The girls have been playing very well lately. Could they have kept things going down in Sonoraville? Oh, you betcha. I think I smell a sweep coming.
Sounds good. Here's 5-star sports reporter Owen Bryant with the details.
So we had our first region matchup against Sonoraville. We knew they were going to be a tough team. We split with them during the regular season last year, and they ended up beating us in the region tournament. So I think the girls were really focused to go in and to play their best. So we were able to get that victory. We were putting into play some of the things that we've been working on in practice. They're definitely going to be a tough team as we go through the season, but hopefully this will be some good momentum for when we play them again.
All right, so on Tuesday, we played Sonoraville and Christian Heritage at Sonoraville, and I think we did a really good job. We took care of business. Both teams were all right. So sometimes it's harder to play teams that are a little bit worse than your team. So I'm glad that we could keep the ball rolling and didn't really make too many dumb errors. So it was good. They were fun games.
They are really good at using our block, so I think we have to make sure that our block is really set and that we know what to do there and that our defense can work around them.
I think team strengths were probably our serves and our defense, I think, and we had some really good hitters that night too. Things we could work on was probably our communication on the court, and yeah, but it was a fun match. We took care of our business, and it was fun.
I think, it was a collective effort. We had a lot of people step up. We tried to run different things in our offense. As usual, offensively, Lexi Berry and Aaliyah Rogers kind of led the way. Throughout the course of the night, Carmia Mater started getting a bunch of kills. So none of that could happen if our defense wasn't playing well and we weren't passing balls and keeping balls alive and being able to run our offense.
Thanks for Sports Week 2. Now let's get into some entertainment on this Friday.
Exactly what I've been waiting for, Isaac, because today is the second installment of Taste Tournament.
Last week we taked Coke and Pepsi, and this week we find out if any of our students identified the difference between Fanta Orange and Orange Crush.
Here's our entertainment reporters, Kai Courtney, Lily Anderson, Michelle Zhang, and Austin Campbell with the segment.
This is the age-old battle between Crush, Sunkist, and Fanta.
Why are they all so similar? And how are they even different? We're here at Heritage High School to find those questions out. All right, this is
Taste Tournament.
Soda Smackdown.
Same rules as always. Each contestant will have 3 drinks that they will blindly taste test. We will see if they change their opinions on their drinks.
Today, we're here with
Matthew
and
Daniel.
Are y'all ready to taste some orange soda today?
You already know it.
Sure enough.
All right, are y'all ready to taste test?
You already know it.
Sure.
All right, take your first sip.
Yeah, that's Crush. That's Crush.
Why do you think it's Crush?
It just has that distinct taste, you know?
And what about you?
It's Crush.
For the same reason?
Yeah.
Aye.
All right. You guys ready to take your second sip?
Guess so.
Let's do it.
All right, go ahead.
That's sun-kissed.
You really think it's
Tastes more like
that one's
grapefruit.
tastes more like grapefruit? All right. Anything different between the two that you just tasted?
It's more bitter, more citrus.
More bitter, therefore more citrus? I thought citrus was more sour.
Similar.
Similar?
All right. It's time for the last sip.
Alrighty, can I do this one?
Sure.
Alrighty, guys. Are y'all ready for the last one?
Yep.
That's what it is.
Alright, let's get to it.
That's Fanta.
Really? Alright, Fanta.
How about you? That's Fanta.
Alright. Let's see who gets it.
All right. Just to recap, what were your answers?
Crush, Sunkissed, and Fanta.
All right. Just to recap, Danny, what were your answers?
My answers were Crush, Sunkissed, Fanta, but I'm going to switch to the Fanta and Crush.
Oh, all right. Why exactly are you switching them?
I'm not so sure.
You're not so sure, just on a whim?
Yeah, just a hunch.
Just a hunch. All right. All right. Are you guys ready for the box reveal so you guys can see what sodas you actually drank?
You already
Guess
know
so.
it. You already know it.
You already know it. All right. Let's go.
That's wild. Guess both our favorites were the Fanta because I
crazy.
said the middle.
We'll catch you next time on
Taste Tournament, Soda
Smackdown.
Good job, guys. And finally, we want to tell you about a big deal opening up down in the Media Center earlier this week.
Yep, the coffee shop opened up on Monday and it is getting great reviews.
Mochas, teas, sweets, and much more are still available daily for only $1.
Why go anywhere else for your morning cup? That's so cheap.
Here's 5-star news reporters Parker Scott, David Butler, and Gabe Guffey with more on the opening in this report.
Good morning, Heritage. Today we're talking about the Heritage Coffee Shop. The coffee shop is found in the Media Center. It's open every morning, unless we note that it's not. You'll find all kinds of different items in the coffee shop. Right now we're showcasing caramel, macchiato, cold brew over ice. We have that every morning, and now we also offer hot chocolate with all kinds of different items to put into it, marshmallows and different flavorings. We also have hot coffee for those of you that want hot coffee, or even tea. I know we have a tea club running at Heritage, and now it's a good opportunity to come try some different teas that we have in the coffee shop.
So this is the first full year that the HSS Cafe has been in operation. I believe last year they started in the fall. It was kind of off and on, but this year they've really turned it up. They've started, for the second week of school. They have great coffee. They make sure always to have it for a cheap price so students have accessible ways to get coffee in the morning. I've not worked there yet, but for Beta Club, they do have members working there in the morning. So I think later this week I'll be working there, and I'm really excited to see how running a coffee shop will go, and just helping the student body in general.
My go-to order probably has to be just an iced coffee or a hot cocoa. For iced coffee, definitely have some French vanilla on it. It'll probably just make your day at least a little bit better, and it'll definitely give you that energy that you need to actually wake up.
Where does the money go? Well, the money goes right here to the Media Center, and it goes right back into things for you guys. So you'll see the money flow into different books that we're going to be buying, different items we'll buy for the Media Center for you guys to use, and we're going to help build out the coffee shop. Come on by. We're open in the mornings. We also have a special thing we tried last year. We started doing cherry limeades, and we started doing ocean water at lunch. We'll do limited amounts of them. They will start probably next week on Monday. We're going to start selling those on an everyday basis at lunch. So the first 50 that sell are the 50 that will go out the door. And again, in the Media Center coffee shop, everything is $1.
Ooh, that sure looked good, guys. Great job.
And if that, we'll have to say goodbye to this Friday edition of the 5-Star News.
But keep your head up. We'll be back on Tuesday with a brand new report.
So until then, have a great weekend, Generals, and stay classy, Heritage.